Hi, everybody. My name is Stephanie Molina, and I am doing my book review on Invent to Learn Making, Tinkering, and Engineering in the Classroom by Sylvia Libo Martinez and Gary Stager. So, the theme that I found for this book would be that it is a book that explores how you can join the exciting maker movement and turn any K through 12 classroom into a center of innovation. On our right side here is the author, Sylvia Libo Martinez, and she dedicates her life to speaking and advocating around the world for authentic, future-focused learning. She initially created this book in order to advocate for, again, the innovative learning by using modern technology in the classroom as well as real-world design principles and create hands-on experiences for children K through 12. So the thesis that I found for this book, I actually pulled it from a specific page in the book, and it says this book doesn't just advocate for tinkering or making because it is fun, although that would be sufficient. The central thesis is that children should engage in tinkering and making because they are powerful ways to learn. So while analyzing this book, I came across this quote that to me actually seems to introduce and lay out the foundation and premises of what this interesting book is actually composed of. So while reading deeper into this book, it was clear to me that the authors were not simply talking about a regular classroom setting as we would assume or expect, but more of any place where learning can take place. This can include children's clubs or summer camps, as well as different community centers. So the summary was pretty much how the chapter went throughout, discussing different processes of learning, thinking about thinking, concerns about how to use projects, including the usage of nuts and bolts, creating different items by hand, as well as particular items that students would actually need. It goes on to teach about student leadership and using a creator's approach to share the fun of making with everyone. It emphasizes that children learn best by making things, whether it be physical or virtual. Martinez and Stager highlight that this will be the new movement and describe how making and tinkering will be a part of a long intellectual tradition. So, to me, this particular guide provides K through 12 educators with different reasons, such as how and why cool things are to be used in the classroom to support the the education of students. That can also include the library, any type of makerspace, or any setting in general where learning can take place. So the analysis that I came while reading this book is overall that I enjoyed the fact that Martinez and Stager provided both the background information needed and a path for educators to create this engaging learning opportunity to help children grow. These learning opportunities not only develop skills and strategies that will prepare students for a complex world, but empower them to use their creativity to solve problems, ask questions, and continually learn. This book also articulates what we know in our hearts is best for our students, to allow them to play, experiment, and invent as they learn. I'm one to really also advocate for the fact that creative learning is a much better approach as to how children will be able to fully take a better grasp onto the subjects that we're trying to teach them. A lot of students, including myself, are really hands-on with their work and prefer to actually get a feel, literally, for what it is that they're trying to work on, what it is that they're trying to learn. This book, I actually love the fact that I chose this book because this is something that I can personally relate to, being when I was a younger child to today. I learn better when I'm actually demonstrated how to do something, when I understand how something works. And this book, it just pretty much overemphasized that and encouraged teachers to be able to take on that approach in their classroom. So the conclusion is that, in my opinion, this book offered many different takeaways for future educators, such as classroom management, different rubrics that you're able to use to help these children out, as well as explicit teaching slash making mini lessons even smaller, in order to get children right into the creative hands-on aspect of the assignment. There is, in my opinion, I believe that any educator who truly believes that children should be given the opportunity to explore, learn, and discover should read this. This book is not an instruction manual on how to manage children in the classroom, but how to bring out the greatness that these children already carry and offer that to help them explore their own interests and creativity. Reading deeper into the book, I actually came across this quote that I loved because to me it overall encompassed everything important that came out of this book, and it is making and tinkering and engineering are ways of knowing that should be visible in every classroom, regardless of the subject of age of the children. So that was my book review, and thank you so much.